I used to think I was just curious. The kind of curiosity that gets people into strange corners of the internet. But nothing prepared me for the Red Room. You've probably heard of them, whispered about in forums or buried deep in Reddit threads. A live stream hosted in the darkest recesses of the dark web, where a victim, man, woman, sometimes a child, is forced to endure horrific suffering on camera. The viewers? Sick people. Wealthy psychos paying thousands just to watch and type their demands. Unspeakable acts, dehumanization, crimes beyond words. Things you can't even imagine and wouldn't want to. And yet, I was drawn in. One night, I decided to see it for myself, just to know if it's real, I told myself, as if that would protect me. I accessed the dark web through Tor, heart pounding, every click a step deeper into something I couldn't undo. That's when I saw it. A banner. Red Room Stream. Free access. 1 hour countdown. Free? That made no sense. Entry to these rooms usually cost thousands. Why would anyone give away a seat for free? Unless it was bait. My fingers moved before my brain caught up. I clicked, registered with the throwaway username and claimed a spot. Only 100 seats. They filled up within seconds. The timer began ticking down. 60 minutes, then 30, then 10. My palms were slick. I told myself I'd leave once I confirmed it was fake, just a sick prank or some twisted horror film. But deep down, I knew better. 3 seconds left. The stream flickered on. A boy, maybe 17 or 18, was tied to a chair in the center of a dim, windowless room. Duct tape across his mouth, eyes wide with pure terror. He sobbed, body trembling. From the shadows behind him, a figure emerged, massive, dressed in black, face hidden behind a smooth, white mask. In his gloved hand, a long, glinting knife. He stepped forward and stared directly into the camera. Then he spoke, English, with a heavy accent. "Well, what should we start with?" The chat exploded. Cut off his fingers, burn his eyes out, slice his face open, strip him. I felt bile rising in my throat. The man chuckled and raised his hand. "Let's play a game," he said. "Pick a number between 1 and 100. I already have one in my mind. Whoever guesses it gets their request fulfilled." The monsters in the chat started spamming numbers. I didn't type. I couldn't. I just watched, frozen. And then, he said my username, out loud. "You didn't pick a number," he said. "Why not?" I panicked. My hands moved on their own. I typed 19. The masked man paused, then smiled. "The number was 19, he said. My stomach dropped. He turned to the camera, his tone gleeful. "Congratulations, you get to choose the first punishment." My vision blurred. My ears rang. He repeated the question. "Shall I carve his eyes out? Peel his skin? Set him on fire? Choose, or shall we switch places?" That was when I realized he wasn't bluffing. These people, these hackers, they could find me. They had found me. My alias meant nothing. My connection wasn't safe. I barely managed to type. "Let him go." The chat turned on me instantly. Hundreds of comments filled with rage and filth. The masked man stared, then burst into laughter. "Are you kidding me?" He turned to the boy and without hesitation, delivered a fatal blow. The boy convulsed, his muffled screams piercing through the silence as the tape was ripped from his mouth. He cried like a child, a sound so raw it made my hands shake. But they wanted it. The audience begged for more. The man obliged. What followed was a performance of pain, a gruesome ballet of beatings, blades, and blood. It wasn't just murder. It was art for the depraved. He inflicted terrible suffering, mutilated the boy, performed unspeakable acts right before the eyes of the watchers. And I watched, not out of choice, but because I couldn't look away. Then the killer returned to the camera. "No one leaves," he said. "This was only the beginning. All 100 of you get free entry to the next show." He looked directly at the lens, said my name again. "You are the next." I yanked the laptop's power cable out of the wall. My heart pounded like it was trying to escape my chest. My mother rushed in, saw my face pale, soaked in sweat, eyes wild. She screamed, thought I was dying. I nearly was. They rushed me to the hospital. The doctor said it was a nervous breakdown, but he didn't know what I'd seen, what I'd been told. That night, I finally passed out from the sedatives, but sleep was worse. In my dreams, it was me in the chair. When I woke up, my phone was locked, a password screen I didn't set. Nothing worked. Then, the screen flickered. A video began to play. First, footage of me at my desk taken from my webcam, then my ID card, then my family's, my address, my Google Maps history, my home, my school, my habits, everything. Then, one final image. Me, photoshopped into the red room, bound, gagged, the masked man behind me, knife at my throat. Beneath it, the same words, "You are the next." I smashed the phone, ripped the laptop apart, even destroyed the Wi-Fi router. But it was too late. They had everything. I stopped sleeping, stopped eating, couldn't step outside. Every knock on the door made me jump. Every passing shadow looked like him. Days passed, then weeks. I ended up in a psychiatric hospital, lost between silence and screams. Until one night, I woke up, tied to a chair, tip over my mouth, a camera blinking red in front of me. As for the rest, well, you already know.